Unsussexful is trending. Meg panicked as Netflix withdrew $55 million advance from the Sussexes over 40Times loss. Unsussexful is trending on Twitter, referring to what Meghan and Harry have reportedly labelled a bout of bad luck. A few weeks ago, a source claimed that the pair were feeling helpless after their 3-year-long quest to reinvent themselves had failed, blaming the pandemic, financial crisis, and family deaths. Now they could have found another scapegoat. According to reports, the ongoing strike in Hollywood could affect Meghan and Harry's Netflix deal. The pair, who signed a rumoured $100 million arrangement with the streaming platform in 2020, are reportedly finding it tough to move forward with their projects due to the simultaneous writer and actor strikes that have halted production across Hollywood. In terms of numbers, Harry and Meghan's series was a success and broke several viewership records for the platform. But the series did little for their popularity, with critics branding it an exhausting endurance test, 6 hours of your life that you won't get back, and awarding it a score of just 2.5 stars on Rotten Tomatoes. Now the couple are said to be in talks to front a third Netflix documentary about humanitarian issues in South Africa, which will see them meeting local communities. But a source close to the Sussexes told the Daily Telegraph that it was tough to move forward with any Netflix projects now. They're blaming writers for their failure to deliver on their contract. It's not the writers' fault that Harry and Markle are talentless. In fact, their Netflix deal was already thrown into chaos, but that was well before any writers' strike. They're still trying to find excuses and place the blame elsewhere. This has been their whole act from the beginning. Play the victim and place blame on everyone else. They need to grow up and take responsibility for their lack of talent and work ethic. Meg is clearly panicking that the Netflix contract is disintegrating, but Netflix has the upper hand and is waiting it out to not fund further projects and minimise their payment. It's reported that Netflix is withdrawing $55 million that Meghan had advanced to produce for her shows. Since this was a 5-year contract, Netflix management decided from the start to provide the couple with a company credit card. They had absolute trust and hope that all the most interesting details of the royal family would be shown on the show. Meghan has freely spent the money from investors without thinking. After reporting the expenses for the Sussexes movie, Netflix saw a huge loss. Not only did they lose money, they also lost their reputation when the Emmys snubbed them. According to a new report, Harry and Meghan's Netflix docuseries cost Netflix 40 times more than usual. Royal commentator JJ Anisiobi has since claimed this cost Netflix 40 times more than their usual rate for a documentary on the platform. He said on TalkTV, if they don't make anything else for Netflix, that project would have cost Netflix about 40 times what it would cost them to make a documentary normally. Host Kevin O'Sullivan added, they do need to do some thinking about their way forward. As Peachy Keenan said, Meghan is learning, finally, the hardest lesson of all. Real royalty may be hereditary, but Hollywood royalty has to be earned. Popularity matters. Likeability in the end is the only currency that matters if you wear no crown. She thought that she could take the popularity that she enjoyed from being connected to real royalty and transfer it into being Hollywood royalty. But that has to be earned, and they were too arrogant to listen to the advice of experts and to do the hard work without taking the quick cash grabs of trashing their families. Karma is so satisfying.